I think people aren't slowing. I think humanity isn't slowing down enough to have a conversation about how humanity should be going. I think we're sort of rushing at a fast pace, and there's still war going on in different places of the world. There's still starving, still homeless, still like a lot of people in prison that shouldn't be, still a lot of violence. I mean, there's not even harmony between. I mean, I think the biggest problem in the world is there is not harmony between men and women. There's no place. There's no place in the world that is like safe to women. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many female friends have that I have that have been sexually assaulted in their life. It's more than not. So it's like no wonder we know. Your scope of work, my scope of work is making the world better. If your scope, ooh, so we have the same scope of work. Yes. Oh, there's an infinite number of parts. I mean, geez, there's people who specialize in just helping dogs that need to get, ACL surgery because they're walking with three legs. So there's people who spend their whole life helping dogs walk. And that's noble as anything. I say just do what feels right, keep following your bliss. I just hope that you're happy and you're excited and you feel nurtured and supported and you're building your tribe and that you're down with world peace because that's what I'm supporting. So, I also talk to several people every day. I'm constantly coaching, constantly mentoring, constantly spreading the word that there's a new thing or there's a new thing going on. It's called kindness. It's called deep connection. Um, and I think if you can change a person, you can change the whole world because the world is made up of people. 7.5 billion people. If one person can change, and then two, and then 1,000, a couple thousand, and 100,000, and a million, and a couple, and then a billion, if you can change a lot of people, then the world automatically changes. I think this. I will tell her. I will tell her if I remember that. What's your name again? You're Jillian, and tell me the organization one more time. American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. Jesus, that's .org. Yeah, we're gonna. Our social media campaign is unbelievable. Hey everyone, go on to Facebook. Go to American Cancer Action double slash Cancer Society Action. Okay, Jillian, you're the best. I want to say that I support your work. I support you, and I'm a big believer in what you're doing, and I encourage you to keep pursuing peace in your way. Okay, bye. Hi, everyone. That was Jillian from the Cancer Network. Hey, so it's Ryan Clausen, and I just wanted to send. I wanted to check in with everyone. I haven't done as much. I used to do a lot of social media. Now I've stopped doing social media as much. I'm spending. I've had a huge, I don't know, revelation in my life, a big change. I'm in New Hampshire now, and I was a hockey player in my life. I was a comedian. I was a relationship coach. I was a world peace leader. I was an activist. I was a video creator, maker, editor, artist. I was a bunch of other labels that I don't really care about anymore. Um, I'm just checking in. It's 4:55 p.m. on Saturday, January 20th, 2018, and I wanted to just send an update to my friends and family so they can, you know, at their leisure. Um, what am I reading right now? The Norton Anthology English Literature. I'm getting into William Blake. Art becoming your religion, what you create, you know. He's like, I don't. If you don't create your own system, you're going to be in someone else's system. So create an amazing system. Okay, what are the things I wanted to share in my brief time with you? Um, my interest is in global peace, love revolution. That's sort of how I see myself. I'm an artist. I'm interested in many various things, and I'm very down with love, kindness, and peace, and then spreading that. So that's what I think about, and that's what I do with all my time. Um, I have these yellow legal pads, and this is, I kind of like to just let people know what I do. So I always go like that, and then I go like that, and then it's all that. And so I just take notes, right? I just do research. I'm reading a lot. I'm just kind of researching history, researching literature. I'm reading Howard Zinn's The People's History of the U.S. I'm reading The More Joy of Sex. I'm reading a 2003 Man's Guide to Women, the ultimate source for getting the women the sex and satisfaction you want. These are books I all found in my basement, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just getting the Charles Bukowski. I'm realizing kind of the breakthrough I made in my life, the thing that I want to share with people is, well, I really believe in the freedom of every individual. So if you're watching this, you're completely free to live a life that you want to live. You're just there's an Earth, and then there's 7.5 billion human beings on it. And I really like the term human being. You know, we're not human thinkers. That's not the name of us, although we can think. And I think most people are sort of trapped in a world of always thinking, all thinking. Anytime you're worrying, you're thinking. And all that thinking is just leads you to, a life of you're constantly fear and anxiety because your brain just constantly thinking. You think that's what you do. I think, therefore I am thinking. And then some people go through, realize that feeling is a big thing. Forget about just feeling. And really feeling everything, feeling sadness, feeling joy, becoming a feeling human, a feeling being. But then through meditation, which is like, for some reason, it's this word that has a connotation that hasn't made it accessible to everybody, but a meditation is just room for you, space for you to be, where you not have to be responding, thinking. You can just be. You can mentally rest, and it can look like a million different things. Figure out the way that you love to meditate. I just sit in a chair and I relax, and I just, still. I just bring stillness, and I breathe, and I just relax, and I keep a pad by me. If I ever have an idea come that I think is interesting, I just write it down. I spend all my time thinking and writing, but then just always going back to that just space of stillness. I'm a big believer that we live these individual lives. We think there's 7.5 different people, and my thing is my thing. What you do is your thing. But I don't know where my ideas come from. I sit back, I relax, and then ideas come, and I write them down, and they become the things I sort of believe in, and I share. But are they mine? I don't know. So there's thinking, there's feeling, and then there's being. When you realize you're not your thoughts, and you're not your feelings either. You are, and what's the big thing? I feel the important thing, because I'm talking about oneness, feeling feeling that, oh, I'm connected to everything, everyone. Thinking it, which a lot of people do, they think it, talk about it, doesn't change your life. Feeling it, if you feel oneness, it'll change your life, because feelings lead to actions. Thoughts don't necessarily lead to actions. You can think all day long and worry all day long, you never do anything different. But if you start feeling really strong feeling, I think that motivates your body to start into action. You actually do something that can change the world. I think the way we change the world is through a feeling revolution. I think that if we can change the way roughly 1 billion people, that's what scientists say, if you can change 10% of the population, majorly change human beings, it'll spread to the whole planet. If we can change the way people feel, will change the whole world. So we could change the way 1 billion people on the planet feel. If we could make 1 billion people feel really connected, that feeling will lead to a lot of action. It'll lead to it'll lead eventually to peace. That's my theory. I could be wrong. And then I start realizing, Jesus, there's 2 billion active monthly users on Facebook. 2 billion. There's 2 billion people around the planet. If you could just change Facebook, would you change the whole planet? Could you do this through Facebook? Is it possible? Is Facebook useless, or is it to be used for world peace? I'm not sure. Here's what I think. I think a global revolution of peace and love is possible, where war ends and violence ends and cooperation just goes spikes through the roof. And people go, this is the safest it's ever been. No, that's not true. There have been tribes. Before Columbus came to America, there were Native American tribes, the ones in the Bahamas, that did not know war. They swam out to Columbus with gifts. And yeah, he committed genocide upon the Native Americans. It was really barbaric. Same with Cortez. But there were Native Americans that there was no ownership. They lived in peace. They settled disputes fairly. There wasn't there was an amazing culture. And I love Native American culture, and I think the best way we can respect Native Americans and honor them is to learn from them. I think the future of the world is for us to take technology and the communication and connection it gives us to everyone, and then combine it with the philosophy of the Native Americans. I've read about the Iroquois in the East. And I think that's like the way to go. We're not going to go back. We're not going to go back to living that way. Exactly. We can't go back. We can go forward, keep the technology and all the awesome renewable energy and all the amazing things that are good for the biosphere, everything on the planet, life. Take all the technology, combine it with the Native American sacred. We honor our land. We honor the brooks, the fish where we live. We're renewable. We live. Community is key. And we really believe in the freedom of every single human. There's people talking about this, how the solution to the world is like we can't have these huge central powers. Everything's got to be super local, tons of freedom, super local. Oversight, the water's protected because it's the people there who drink that water, who swim in that water. Everything's, that's the way. There's so many people. We need to live a different way. And maybe we don't even know what way that is. How would we know? It's never been done before. But we can create it. But I think the way we create it, the way we really spread change, is to change ourselves. I think the world represents the psyche of man. The reason we have violence, because we have violence inside of ourselves. We're traumatized, we're abused, neglected, hurt as young people growing up, and then we have all this pain, and it manifests in some of these very negative ways that hurt others. We really can't stop as a humanity to say, hey, global peace, global nonviolence, take it off the table, let's go, shut it down. Like freedom, respect, kindness. All of the military in the whole world, you become unified, and your job is to protect the biosphere, protect life, so people can grow and have families and communities and express themselves and connect and create more love. So we have a humanity that's vibing. We have to evolve there. We're evolving. We have more people. So it's like, I get it. Yeah, war, violence, crazy shit, genocide, all the crazy shit that's going on, that's still going on. Then then it's like, well, how do we solve all these problems? I like to simplify. I always say, I think the biggest problem in the world is men are not connected to women. Men don't view women as their sisters. when they go out amongst women, and women do not view men as their brothers when they're out amongst women. We don't feel family, and we certainly don't act like a family. And that's the problem. That's why we have violence in the world, because we have not made harmony between these two energies, the feminine and the masculine, the producer of the child, the woman who carries the child and gives birth, the man who provides a seed and to go into the egg. It's humanity is based. We're based on the male-female connection. That's what led us here. Men keep liking women. Women keep liking men. They keep being attracted to each other. They're producing offspring and they're creating. We exist. 7.5 billion of us now. But now there's just like so much violence. There's no place around the world that's safe to women. Most of my female friends have been raped, have been sexually assaulted. And it ain't a man problem. It ain't a woman problem. It's a human problem. It's a human problem. I see men getting abused just as much as I see women getting abused. I see people getting abused. So what I'm doing is I'm here, I'm spending my time thinking, reading, taking care of my dog who hurt his leg because I wasn't mindful. I went for a run in the woods and I was a little aggressive in my behavior as I was running the trees and as I was interacting with him. I didn't put if I had put his safety as number one, I wouldn't have been going that fast, and I think he may have collided with my boot or something, like we ran too close to each other when running in this narrow place in the woods, and he hurt his leg, and he hasn't been able to put pressure on his back leg for 2 days. So I emailed the vet, and I'm going to have to go get looked at. I don't know if he may have torn something. But he's doing okay. But it made me just think, hey man, if I have one message for the world, it's love. Nurture yourself right now. Nurture yourself. Make sure you got the food, the water, the shelter you need. Do the best you can right now to make sure that your environment is peaceful. Build your love, and spread your love. Build your love, spread your love. We change the world when we change. So change yourself. Be a more loving person. How do you affect every single person you come in contact with every day? How do you affect them? Where none of us are perfect. I am not perfect. I have yelled at people. I've caused stress, anxiety. But I'm better. I'm better, and I'm getting better. I'm more respectful of everyone, and I really believe that. So, one of our ideas is we're creating a purple party. It's the new political party. Purple Peace Party. It's a new political party because who is a Democrat? Democrat? What is this? This ain't... Let's update the whole system. So we're creating a purple party. You can become a member. I'll probably create a website. It's on Facebook now, Purple Party. And we're a political party, but we're every kind of party. We're a group of people that believe in, hey, let's unify the planet. We need something that unifies the whole planet. And so I'm promoting this Purple Party thing. We want to get a presidential candidate. Maybe I'll run for president. And I always say I'll run until someone better comes along. Hey, I always want what's best. If you want what's best, let's hang out. So my life is a cross between like thinking kind of globally and universally. I spend a lot of my time meditating on love and thinking about people that I know and wishing them well. And I've been playing a little bit of music, but not as much as I like. So I do think art is key. So I'm working on a play, actually, a musical that I'm building. So that's fun. I used to perform a lot. For years I performed, and I haven't performed. I'm going to put on a play. So I'm working on that. So I'm bringing wood in. I'm bringing food in. I'm bringing water in. I'm trying to build sustainability, homesteading here in New Hampshire for part of the year. And I advise everyone, if you don't know what to do, go back and help your family. Find whatever family means to you. Go find some people and work together. Many hands make light work. Don't be afraid to send that email. Don't be afraid to make that call. Don't be afraid to get on that plane, get on that bus, make that car trip. Go be with your family. Have the hard conversation. Say this today or this week. Hey, blank, their name. Can we talk? Can we? I would love to have a conversation. I want to just share a couple ideas, and I just want to have free, open communication with us. Biggest thing people say in relationships is, if it didn't work because we stopped communicating. Well, the world is just a bunch of relationships. If we can improve our relationships, we will improve the world. So let's improve our relationships. Dr. Jarnoff, the new Primal Scream. The feeling is the healing. It's like feeling real emotions leads to the body healing. We repress pain as children. We do it as adults. We repress negative, bad things because we don't know what to do with them. We can't feel that they're just so fucking painful. We repress them as memories that we don't feel, that we live our lives, and these repressed memories have they manifest. They have side effects: illness, mental illness, physical illness, pain. And by feeling them, either through talk therapy or any other type of therapy, that just by feeling these emotions, by feeling, oh, that did happen, by realizing it, by feeling real things and just expressing it, rather, and they call it primal scream therapy often, because people, when they feel a lot of shit that's happened to them as kids, they sometimes scream, they go, fuck, they feel it. So I encourage everyone to feel, and and just feel everything. Feel whatever you feel. Make sure you feel. And keep rubbing your tummy, because they say if you rub your tummy, it stimulates health and wellness, blood flow, chemicals in your brain, blah, blah, blah. Massage your stomach and spend time feeling all the emotions. And I would say when you feel them all, don't ignore anything, but try to cultivate this feeling of just having a sunny heart. Just sunny heart, love for everything, love for yourself. Total forgiveness for everything you've done. You love yourself for everything, no matter what. Take every bad thing you've ever done. You love yourself for that always. Always you forgive. Instant forgiveness for yourself, always. And for all other living things. Total love, total oneness, total acceptance. You're one. If you die now, it's all right. You are at that point. Feel that. Spend time feeling that. It helps you. It helps people. It makes you feel better. Feeling good makes you feel good. Who would think? And you can spend time laughing and smiling and doing the things that actually make you feel good. Become a scientist on your own life. What makes me really happy? And start becoming a science and do research, experiment. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like these type of parties. I like this type of music. I like these things make me flourish. This is when I'm at my best, and build a life where feeling good becomes your full-time mission, being kind to yourself. Because if you can build yourself, and you can build up, you're going to fill yourself up with energy that's going to spill over to everyone in your world. And you're going to help the world. If we can start nurturing and loving human beings, starting with yourself, we can change the world. So I encourage everyone, I love you so much. Reach out to me if you need me. That's my check-in. That's what's up with me. I love you. 2-4.